Hi, I'm Sean. I make things, I break things, sometimes on purpose, and sometimes a cool guitar comes out. Okay, it's time. We're going to anodize some real finished parts. We've said before this is a 7-step process. I've got 4 steps here because I've already cleaned all my parts in the house. I'm not going to try to etch them with lye. I think they're clean enough. So we have the actual anodizing with acid in the power supply, baking soda neutralizing bath. This is going to be the dye step. Still have a decision to make here. And then final sealing step. And we have sealant here. After that, it's just a rinse. And we're done. I've taken the time to take one of the lids from one of the pans here to get the size right. See how I can arrange all the parts for this on the electrode wire. Again, that's a heavy titanium wire. And get all the wires to come out to one spot so I can get power to them. Think I got that worked out. We'll see how they go in here. I don't think I want the parts to touch, but I really don't know why that would be bad. Except they might not get a good finish in that spot. So yeah, let's see about teasing these out a bit. Let's see about the wires here. Okay. I have these wires all bent so they kind of press out against the sides of the parts. That's the idea. What I mentioned before about wanting to keep the parts off the bottom, didn't know how I was going to do that. Here's the answer. Just a kit of crafting mini glass beads. That'll get the whole bottom surface exposed. Could be, I suppose, a few dots there. Where they touch, we'll have to find out how bad that is. Again, these parts have a front side and a back side. Now, to help out, I brought some wires. A bunch of good old test leads with gator clips. There's just one to make sure those are good. Alright, and our cathode has to go in here somewhere. That looks good to me. Alrighty. Let me do this again. We went for, I think, 4 amps before. This is quite a bit more area. Worked out about 12. Oh, that's all we got, right. Well, it's going to be 10. Boom. Action. want to put that touch more water in. Not everything's quite submerged. Okay, that was more water than I would want to add, so away from there. So we're going on about 40 minutes. She's still ticking away. Voltage has come down from about 18 to 15. I think it's settling in nicely. I have the hot things getting ready. Bought a little desktop cooker there. Have an old hot plate there. And I did break out the, whatchamacallit, thermocouple kit. So I got those keeping track for me. This one's just about low end of what's ready. Just tell me, if I say hot plate and you think of a Robert Cray song, then we can be friends. We can be friends anyway. And I'll tell you all about Robert Cray then. So this one's going to be black, but internet, tell me, what's the next one want to be? Green or blue? I just can't decide. I'm trying to get you in here to see this. There's really cool little patterns going on above the hot plate in this tank. A college professor of mine was an expert in microgravity boiling. And I think about it whenever I'm even just watching a pot boil. Speaking of which, that doesn't look good. I might turn it down a little bit. That's fine. Surprised? I told you it was 125 watts when it comes to that. sealant pan is not getting much warmer. I'm going to do a little switcheroo. Start rinsing the dyed parts. If I drop this, I'll be very unhappy. You get over here. And Max off. Thank you. You back on. Okay. Okay, that's been another almost 10 minutes. The one that's supposed to be boiling is getting up to 190. This guy's well over 150. Shut off power here. Start trying to rinse these. See what I got. It's delicious. Alright, this is the guy, I don't know if it's the same one or not. He does not look saturated black like the others. Looks kind of cool. I'm going to bet he didn't get good electrical contact riding on that wire. Thing in here is a little thin cover like that. I made this. As you can see here. Yeah, let's get you in there. Our instructions here actually say, no, not that stuff, this stuff. 202 to 210 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're actually there. Able to see helps. Here they are. Some interesting results, some good, some slightly dodgy. The not so great part is on some of the long tubes, there are significant patches of low gloss. It's especially irritating because I know I gave those one last good buff and clean just today. Interesting pattern in those. Which side is which? I'm not sure which side is which on this guy. Anyway. Now the bent flats, which look like they didn't anodize as deeply because they didn't soak in as much of the dye. I assume it's because the electrical contact wasn't as good on them. But they, for the most part, stayed glossy. Same with the pickup holders. Oh, one thing we can tell here, did our little beads in the bottom affect the finish? I don't see any clear signs of where they were touching. That's the back side anyway. How about these? General not greatness, but that's the bottom. It was on bottom in the other tanks. Okay. Considering that this build is for a giveaway, I'm going to be happy with that. Next up though, we got to retool, figure out what I need to change and swap, and get ready for the other one, which I think is going to be blue. Going to be blue, but not as saturated. We're going to go deliberately less time. Okay, off we go. Oh, check that out. Wow.